Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. Took me a second there. The Jetstream Sam DLC. I'm the Mysterious JG. Been playing on normal difficulty, been struggling throughout. Gave up on the toughest of the VR missions because I just wasn't having fun. But we're about to finish this. It's really the first of the two DLCs, but we did the second DLC first, so this is really the last content we're going to do for Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance because I don't really care to try any other difficulties. I'm not going to go back for any collectibles we missed. I'm not doing the VR missions with Raiden because I never intended to. It was only when I found out that you need to do the VR missions for Wolf and Jetstream to get their powers that I even bothered. And, you can go back and check yourself if you really care. I kind of forgot. I said I was going to check and see if you're supposed to be able to get to 200% health. But our 2 meters are exactly the same length. I feel like I think this is just what it actually is supposed to be. Meanwhile... Oh, it hit. Well, it seemed to hit anyway. Oh. Well, that seems kind of unfortunate. Well, maybe this is the penalty we pay for trying to shoot him with a missile before we talk to him. We only got a B rank. And now I'm starting this with 179.7% hit points. Well, the hit did seem to register. I don't know if this particular boss cares, because as you can see, I wasn't looking forward to fighting either of the guys we've interacted with. But it's the guy I wanted to fight even less. Imagine we'll have a cinematic with him before we get rolling.
Sam, thanks for coming in.
This is Sam.
What's
I
your
am.
game, Armstrong? Gonna talk me to death?
You gonna bring in your Avenger? He's not the guy I thought he was before.
Time for your final interview.
So apparently he just reveals to everybody that he's a freak cyborg warrior. And he does sumo wrestling poses. And considering that however many tries it takes me, it's supposed to be quite possible. Clearly I'm supposed to be able to win this, which means that part of Sam's backstory is he's already defeated Armstrong and really shouldn't be that blown away if Raiden's able to. Oh, he has to suck nanomachine power out of surrounding machinery to power up. He's not always going around with that kind of ability. Sam's reaction is appropriate. It's like 4th of July. Oh, just gave me the finger there.
Come on. Okay.
I guess there's no doubt we're fighting him.
Let's dance.
Oops, that wasn't what I meant to do. Oh, he's only got 1 health meter. Ow. That's new. Oh, like there's the repair nano paste that I could have held off and used for when I needed it. Ow. So this won't be easy, but if he's only got 1 health meter, it shouldn't be as bad as before. Oh, I don't think I got the damage in there. Hey, that's what you say to Wright, not to me. What's really annoying about him is that even when you evade his attacks, he's not that easy to counter. But I mean, he's supposed to be the final boss of what's meant to be a fairly difficult action game. So. Oh, that's probably not blockable at all. Ah. Oh, I thought I was going to get out. I don't know how you're meant to avoid that one. Well, even chokeslammed me out of it. So when I hit him with an aerial attack, he keeps countering in a way that seems pretty... Does that hurt him at all? I haven't been paying enough attention to his health to see if it hurts him even a little. I'm not sure what you're meant to do against that particular attack. That thing where he sets himself on fire and then tackles at you? That's new. I feel like everything else he's doing... Like, he's got less hit points than he did before. And I haven't completely forgotten how I fought him this run. So again, I'm losing here, but like I'm not winning as fast as I should. Hold on. It's not impossible I can get some use out of some of these things. But that's the one I have no idea what I'm supposed to do about that. Okay, I used my grenade and it did no good at all. Wow. Yeah, I don't know what to do with that one. So if you hit him while he's doing that one, he just you just get hit with that one. So like, you know, so I'm only got him about halfway to defeat him. Oh, I am supposed to be able to do this. So it kind of sucks that I can't do this to save my life, because this is... Oh, don't tell me they made it so... Oh, they made it so you have to do it now. I'm at a checkpoint now? No! This is not good. This is not good. I don't want a checkpoint. I lost all my freaking Nano paste. Oh, that is okay. I was pretty upbeat about this. Now I'm really not happy at all because I've lost all my nano paste. I'm really not happy. Okay, well, I gotta hope that that's nano paste or something. But this is, yeah, this is not, does not favor me that we. Okay, they're being fairly generous, but other than the fact that I wouldn't have chosen to get to a continuation point after using everything to get. I was jumping away. Okay, what is this? This is max power mode for you? There must be some way to avoid that, but hey, oh, it turned. Normally those things go pretty straight. Okay, well, I got a continuation point now that I didn't want, but there's 2 nano pastes, so this is probably still salvageable. I certainly hope so, because otherwise I'm going through the entire freaking level again. And it was a long and I didn't find particularly easy DLC. Give up free will forever. The voices won't be heard at all. I don't know how I avoid that. Don't stand around and take that. I don't even know if I got credit for hitting it there. I was really trying to avoid that one. I guess I'm supposed to attack him when he starts that one. Or maybe I just happened to knock him to 30%, you see. Some kind of key point. No, I probably am. Again, he glows yellow, you have to evade. He glows red, you have to parry it. Oh, that's... The righteous will succeed. I would probably succeed if I had more nano paste to work with during the second half of this fight, but, you know. That's not what happened. I probably shouldn't have. I mean, this is still pretty gentle compared to fighting as Raiden, it feels like. That you get free nano paste at all. I was jumping. What am I supposed to do? Well, that actually was working. Just kind of keep the pressure on him for some of those attacks. Yeah, so when he starts charging that one up, I should be attacking him. That probably would have worked as Raiden, too. But I didn't know. I was trying to evade, but okay. Now my big worry now is that I don't know what I need to do to trigger whatever QTE event is going to end this. Oh, well, maybe I got it. I guess I just... got... Damn it! Maybe the QTE itself is a checkpoint, because you fail the QTE, you automatically die. Yeah, okay, so this is the silliest possible way to end it, failing the QTE. But at least we got to see what happens if you fail. You get thrown into a helicopter and fall to death. Because he's going for the giant swing. He's frickin' Cesaro here. Cut off both of his arms? Oh, neither of his arms. Okay. Combat rank D. Failed the QTE. I don't even fucking care that it didn't do all of the VR missions. That was an awesome way to end this Let's Play. Unless I pull out Fallout New Vegas DLC right away, I can put the Xbox 360 away for a while, too. Freak.
We could use a man like you, Sam.
Somebody who can almost defeat me?
Organized violence. Waging war as business. We're gonna put an end to all that bullshit.
Maybe I misjudged you.
What has he said that makes him seem like he's not the worst human being in the universe?
A hand, eh? How about I take yours?
See, we already won the boss fight, and now we're going to... Now we're going to lose in a cinematic, I guess. Monsoon, help me out here. You and I are buddies, right? It hardly seems fair. We won. This is... Unless I find some way to win in cinematic zone. Yeah, he's faster than nanomachines. Anyway, now that I've defeated you, I can work for you. Oh. Ow, that would hurt. I would think that would hurt.
Not bad, son.
Let me get my hand back. Then I'll help you up.
But, like Monsoon said,
Nature isn't ugly or beautiful. That's what he
losing
said.
a limb or two won't stop us.
I was dropping Eve, sir.
The job's yours. Welcome aboard.
Everyone who I defeat ends up working for me, whether they like it or not. But I'm bleeding to death. Oh, well, are the benefits any good? I don't know what part of that means that he would want to work for Armstrong, but I guess he's just impressed that Armstrong is such an ass-kicking warrior freak. So, yeah, I guess I missed a bunch of combat somewhere. I got a combat rank of C. Whatever, it's fine. We're done. We've done all the story. We've seen all the stuff. We've seen the story of how Jetstream Sam decided to sneak into the sewers of Denver, which look exactly like the sewers of Mexico and even have the same layout, the entire country of Mexico. And then we saw him fight his way through a bunch of stages Raiden fought through, with in many cases considerably more difficulty for me, because it took me like 3 hours. I think you're supposed to be able to win this thing in like a freaking less than an hour, probably, speed strats. Got a couple of A's in a row there. I got a D in my very first combat. That doesn't seem that impressive. But yeah, we saw the story of Jetstream Sam joining Desperado. We saw the story of Sniper Wolfie D trying to leave Desperado and not being able to, making an enemy of Mistral. We didn't really see any moments between, other than the idea that Sam is the first person who planted in his head that he should, you know, break free. We didn't see a whole lot going on with Philip Anthony Rodriguez. I feel like I should know who that is. And Michael Beatty got some Stephen? Oh, Stephen Armstrong, I suppose. Hey, but Blade Wolf, voice actor guy, got a couple of... He got 2 paychecks from the DLC. Because he got to do some voices for this, and he got to be the star of his own DLC, so good for him. Yeah, that's it. I basically ended up giving my entire day to beating these DLCs, more or less, and it's done now. So I can kind of set this game aside in good conscience. Not that this is the most interesting thing for you guys to... I'm thinking about what am I going to do tomorrow. I'm going to be kind of stuck. I mean, it's COVID, right? I could dick around grinding further on the game that's going to replace this, because I don't need to be in a big hurry to have content ready. I spent an entire day recording videos for this series. It's going to be, unfortunately, and I hope you guys still appreciate it and realize that I appreciate the comments that you leave. Not that I'm not getting a ton of comments on this series, but I do appreciate the comments. Usually the last video generates a few, and it'll be, if you're watching these as they go up, it's weeks ago probably that I recorded this. So if you're screaming at your screen instructions on how to, why aren't you using the backflip, or this is the button that allows you to lock on targets, you should be using it against these enemies, you should never use it in these group fights. Like, yeah, I'm not hearing it in time, but I stumbled through it. we got it done. I don't know if it would have been less satisfying to fight Monsoon at the end. But, the Monsoon boss fight is a fucking weird boss fight, which I never figured out. He doesn't do the kind of damage that Armstrong did. But I think if you put Monsoon at the end of the game, upped his damage a bit, and gave him 200% health against Raiden instead of 100, yeah. Between the two fights, I kind of felt like I figured Armstrong out. He has this new flaming tackle move, which I didn't see him using against Raiden in this. I never quite figured that one out because it does seem to zoom in on you and home in. But the idea that when he's charging up for his big Explodo attacks, you should be attacking him to knock him out of it, never figured that out with Raiden. I just kept running away. And we got it done with Raiden, and we got it done with Jetstream Sam. I'm not sure we would have been able to defeat him using Wolf, but actually Wolf's jumping fierce, as I think of it, his jumping strong attack, pretty damn devastating, because I found myself being more successful at the end of the game with Wolf using that than anything else. I feel like he probably could have beaten Armstrong too. Everybody can beat Armstrong. Armstrong's a pussy. With all that legal bullshit. Beltway panty wastes. He was quarterback at the University of Texas. He does not have a quarterback. But I mean, I guess quarterbacks, and any NFL player is probably going to be a big guy. The kicker is probably the least typical looking. Oh, never mind. There's more stuff going on. Doesn't look like a quarterback, though. Oh, flash forward to... He doesn't, like, murder people like Sundowner does. He just kind of aids and abets. I guess he killed these guys. I can't wait to become Sonny's pet. Oh, that's not my face.
I said clear the road.
Oh, he's also got a weird face. Probably should have used Force a little earlier. To be continued in Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, which you've presumably already played. Unless, like I mentioned along the way in the Wolf one, you've got like this Lethal Feline Metal Gear thing he was trying to do once. Where you're going to do the Godfather supercut, where you're going to put the scenes from Godfather 2, then the Godfather, then scenes from Godfather 2. Since Godfather 2 takes place in two different times. Yeah, don't do that. But I guess this is giving you reason to want to go back and play the game and watch the story of Raiden killing this guy, even though we just got done playing as him and presumably like him now. So, I didn't realize I got an overall C rank. Again, I don't know how this works. It's like 5 Bs, 2 Cs, and an A averages out to a C. I mean, yeah, I get that an A and a C cancel out and form a B. But that basically gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Bs and a C, and they say it averages out to a C. That seems a bit harsh. But, I mean, to get all the achievements and shit, you need to get S rank on everything, which, that ain't happening for me, guys. And I'm okay with that. I will live with that. I hope you can live with the fact that Metal Gear Rising Revengeance is over. And it is, as I've said, my favorite game from the Metal Gear Rising series, so I don't know that I can step down to the lesser Metal Gear Rising games after this. That's a joke, in case anybody out there is like, I don't know, English is a second language. There are no, you just have a hard time reading me being zany. There are no other Metal Gear Rising games. The only possible way for me to continue this series would be different difficulty levels, which I have zero interest in, or going back through with Raiden and trying to get all the VR missions and do all the VR missions, which I have zero interest in. I did all the Wolf VR missions. I did all but one of the Jetstream Sam ones, and I spent an entire 40-minute video trying before just reaching a point where I didn't really want to do it anymore. So that's it. We're done. The defeat of Armstrong by Raiden is the canonical ending of the Metal Gear series, the Metal Gear timeline. Unless the Lord of Dust being defeated takes place after this, because the temporal elements of Metal Gear Survive are not clear to me. But since it involves time travel paradox anyway, who cares? And if I get to make my own fanboy decisions about what is canon and what isn't, I think this is canon. Metal Gear Survive is like, whatever, I don't care. And but at this point, we're at 30 minutes, and you don't care anymore either, I would think. So when we come back next time, we won't have a next time. Not for Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. When I come back next time for Metal Gear, well, I don't know that there's going to be a next time for Metal Gear. The only Metal Gear games I haven't played are... The only thing I haven't done solo or with Bobo that's even vaguely canonical would be Portable Ops, which I don't have a way to play, and I haven't heard anything to suggest it's a game that you really need to play. Metal Gear Acid is not canonical. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. I don't feel the need to get involved with that. And if a future Metal Gear game comes out, I'll probably check it out. But the closest you'll get to me doing a Metal Gear Let's Play in the future would be if I decide to do the new Kojima game, whose name I'm temporarily forgetting, like Dead Rising or whatever the heck it is. I don't even remember what it's called, which indicates how close it is to the front of my consciousness as things to play. I will have another sword-swinging action game to replace this, so stay tuned for that. Otherwise, go home and hug your wife, Rose, and apologize to her for the fact that she and your son are not in the game. Bye, guys.